All right, so I'm doing this video kind of late. It's about 2 a.m. Friday night, Saturday morning, and I actually just wrapped up the prep that I was doing for my game tomorrow night. Now it's not 100% done, but it's mostly done. So yeah, but this video uh, is talking about the sheets that I've been making lately. I've been putting up some DM tools, mostly for fifth edition, but you can use it for other things with some tweaks. So I'm going to be making a couple of these sheets more system neutral in the future. Um, First things first, I have made a campaign sheet. It's very important. I use it for all of my prep, and I fill it out at session 0, and I try to update it as I go. This is what it looks like. Now you will see on it, up here I have a notes section. That notes section at the top, that big open area, that is for things like the players' motivations and maybe some goals they might have, how the players might know each other, things like that. Uh, so I just jot down some notes. I might put things in there about their trinkets or whatever as I think of them. Then I have columns for the different players, their names, I have their stats, so their attributes, their alignment, bunch of mechanical stuff through this section right here. Down here, I put their abilities, what weapons they like to use, their personality, magic items, trinkets, things like that. And again, I just use this throughout. Now, it has six sections for 6 different players. Most of the time, I don't have that many players. In fact, I have one campaign where I have 4. I have 2 whole columns over here of just notes I can put down. And the reason I find this important is because I can tell them what a group is good at and where their weaknesses are just by glancing at one sheet of paper. So I might go, oh, they have really good physical defense, but they all have pretty weak, non-physical stats. So let's throw some magic at them every now and then to really screw with them. Or the opposite. Maybe they aren't, the strongest in combat when it comes to physical stuff, but maybe they got some awesome spell save, stuff that they could do. So, just it's a nice reference throughout the campaign. I can add notes to this sheet every few sessions, print it out if I run out of room or need to update it. But yeah, so that's my campaign sheet, and I use that for all campaigns. I usually fill it out in the very first session, and then as they level up, I do it then. So there's that sheet, which I'm, again, very proud of that one. I like that. The next one that I use a lot is, this one was ported over from how I put my notes. Normally I have a couple paragraphs, and then I go into stat block for the encounter, couple paragraphs, stat block for the encounter. Right now, this isn't 100% done. This would be basically the first encounter of a session. So here it is. Up at the very top, it says, and I'm going to read off the sheet that's right in front of me as opposed to the one I'm holding up for you guys. The very first box, where are the players at the start of the session and where are they possibly going? So for example, my current game, they're in a dwarven city. They've just got the seal of the king that they're supposed to deliver to multiple different cities. And that's basically where they're possibly going, as one of 8 different cities, basically. Now, there's obviously more common ones that are closer. They're probably going to hit one of those 2 or 3 in the next session. So I know where they're going. Based on that, I can plan the next part. So the next part is, what are the goals of the session? And that could be my goals or player goals. What do the players hope to achieve? What, if any, side quests might the players acquire in this session? And what will the players face leading to the encounter? So this is all for this big box here. So it's basically the introduction and anything that might happen, and then some notes in there to help me stay focused on what the actual goals are, so I don't strive too far off path. Whatever the players do is fine. If I know my goals are to give them a hook for a specific thing, then try to weave it in there. If it's not possible, it's not possible. But if the players, are going with it, then it should be easy to stay on task and feel like a very cohesive session with a lot of consistency. So I think that's a good section there as well. Then I have 3 different stat block openings, and that's for one encounter. So what I would do is I'd fill out all the information, and then in either the notes or up here next to hit points in this open area, I might write 1 and circle it, 2 and circle it, and that's the amount of monsters. I'd put the total hit points right next to that, and then start keeping track right there as the encounters come up. So that's good. I also before I get into that, up in this section, I might put what those monsters are doing right before it. So that's why it does say at the very last part, what will the players face leading to the encounter? Basically, what's your lead into it? So yeah, and again, you might not know, and that's okay. If you don't know, this can be blank. You can fill it out as you go, however you want to use the sheet. Down here, okay, towards the bottom, the second to bottom box, after you've done the encounter part, it says, where are the players at the end of the encounter and where are they possibly going? So it's like a continuation of up here, okay? And the reason is because maybe from the encounter they pick something up that might give them another hook. So now there's a chance that they might go a whole nother direction, or they might finish what they were doing before. So it's important to kind of have that idea of what might happen. So you're prepared, and that's the whole point of prep, but you're prepared for any wrenches that the players might throw in your plans, or that just some things from this might throw in there. And then the very bottom box says, how have the players' actions changed the story moving forward? So maybe they didn't do the encounter as a combat. That could change the story. Maybe they've made allies. So again, I think that's a good section too. The reason I say this isn't done is because I want to make another page that's more general, that would be the second and third and fourth encounter maybe in a session. So instead of it basically saying, oh, here's the start, where are they, it's going to just be describe what happened since the last encounter, boom, encounter, describe what happened after that encounter and what, maybe putting in a section for what kind of treasure or items that they carried or whatever. I don't know. If you got suggestions, love to hear it. The last sheet that I've actually put up on my site is my settlement sheet, and I use this a lot. You guys will probably see when I get my video edited for how I prep, but this is a foundation for my prep. It's how I plan the areas that my players are going to be. So I've got 2 different cities mapped out, for example, where I think my players might go on here. And is this filled out completely? Heck no. I've got like 3 NPCs and like 3 locations, a couple city features and landmarks, maybe a couple factions, maybe a special item or 2, which would be like treasure or things they could buy there or something. A couple tavern menu items and drinks, because I like to have some fun with that. Some hooks, some random encounters. Sometimes I do the job board and bounty board and stuff. Most of the time I don't, but in case I want one to be prominent in that city, I do fill it out then. In the population section, I might not write the amount of people, but I might write what's mostly there, like mostly humans or mostly dwarves, to kind of help me explain what the city is like when they come there. So yeah, those are my 3 sheets. Be sure to go check them out. They're up on my website in the downloads page. Just go over there, click on downloads, and you can download them. I think I have 2 of them. I'm up to version 2.0, and another one I've only got version 1. I'll probably continue to update these as I find ways to make them better. So yeah, like I said, this is based on how I prep. So it's not necessarily for everyone, but I'm sure you'll probably be able to find some good in it. I plan on putting up NPC sheets soon, magic item sheets, anything that could go into my DM binder. Right now, my DM binder has a lot of things that other people have done, and while they're nice, I feel like I could make it more efficient for me by making the sheets be more what I would need, and then I can make a campaign binder and have things like this in it. So that's where I'm going with it, I think. I've seen some great organizational tips for DM binders. The one I've so far liked the most was who, what, when, where, and why. Okay. Now, what that is who would be NPCs, so you could have NPC sheets. What could be items, magic items, things like that, special items they can buy, just whatever. So that would be the what's. Could also be hooks, so you could have a whole nother thing that would be more like random encounter sheets and things like that, or monster stat blocks or whatever. So that could be the what. It could be a few different things. When could be history. So I might even make historical events page that, while it doesn't allow you to put too much on there, it allows you to put enough that could lead to seeds for things if you are writing on it. Yeah, so all sorts of different things. But and my DM binder, which you can see right here, back here, I was prepping and I was recording. You can see the camera right there. You can see my GM binder, and you can see my D&D books. So you can see I was doing a bunch of stuff over there. Right now, my red. You can see right there. You can see my red folder for my campaign. I always do that. I always have a folder, and in the folder, I have campaign page, pad of paper, maps, all sorts of stuff in there. And I keep my players' character sheets in the very back on the second flap, and anything they want to keep with me. I like that too, because then I can look at those as well, see any notes they put down, things like that. So a lot of things that I'm in the works on, and the last few days I put quite a bit out there. I want you guys to use it. I want you guys to tell me what you think. I love feedback. So got a big game tomorrow with a few players. Really excited about it. Next week, I will be at Grand Con for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in Grand Rapids. It's going to be a great time. I'm hoping to play in at least one Savage Rifts game with Sean Patrick Fannin. And yeah, besides that, gosh, what else? The week after that, playing my home game again. It's the 24th. That Friday, the 23rd, we have the Black Lake game. That'll be on this channel. That'll be live. The 27th, we'll be playing Adventures in Orc's Arrow once again. Haven't played that one in a while. That's with some of the greats like Dawn Forge Cast, SR2 Joker, Samuel Larson. And we have a new person joining us. Alan Holloway can't make it, so we have a new person joining us. You will see as soon as I make it official, which is right now. It'll be David Friant from Nerdarchy. Really excited about having him in my group. I've gamed with him before. Great guy. Love talking to him. So he'll be playing in that game as well, and we will be picking that up again. The goal is to play at least once a month. So if we can't do once a month, that's a problem. But I'm hoping we can play at least once a month, and it'll be Tuesdays. So right now it looks like we will play the 27th of this month. As of next month, I haven't planned it yet, but as we get closer to the 27th, I will try and plan that second one so that during that game I can tell you guys when to come back. It's going to be awesome. So anyways, once again, I'm really tired. It's 2 a.m, so I'm going to go so I can get in bed. Big day tomorrow. Got some football to watch and good stuff like that. So anyways, have a good one, guys. I will talk to you later. Peace.